Today I'm going to show you a shortcut way of doing the distributive property. To do this, one of the biggest mistakes most people make is that they take the first number times the first constant here, and then they forget to take it times everything in here. So today, when we're working this, we are going to draw arrows to each one. In other words, we're going to take the -6 and we're going to multiply it times a. That gives us a -6a. Now we're going to take that -6 and we're going to multiply it times a +8. This sign always goes with this number, and although we read it plus, we can think of it as the sign on this number. So we're going to take a -6 times a +8. When we take a negative times a positive, we get a negative, and 6 times 8 is 48. That is our shortcut we're going to try today. On the next problem, this is, by the way, your distributive worksheet number 1 on the front. We're going to work these together, and then I want you to work the other side and send it to me before you work the back. We're going to take the 6, and we're going to multiply it by the -5n. 6 times -5 is a -30n. And then we're going to take that +6 and we're going to multiply it by the +7. +6 times +7 is a +42, and that is our complete answer. Now on the next one, there is not a number out here. There are 2 ways you can do this. You can say, well, a negative times a negative is a +4, and a negative times a -3n, negative times negative is a +3n. Now, some people have struggled with that. So when you have a negative all by itself, remember that there is an imaginary 1 in front of that. So if you have troubles with that, a -1 times a -4 is a +4. Or a -1 times a -3n is a +3n. Let's go down and try the next one. We're going to take the 5, draw the 5 from this to the first part of this. 5 times 1 is 5. Now we're going to go back and we're going to take 5 times the second term in this distributive property. 5 times a -7n is a -35n. Now let's go to the next one. We're going to take this 5 times 3x. 5 times 3x. 5 times 3 is 15. Do not forget to put the x on there. Now we're going to take the 5 times the second term in this distributive property. 5 times. This is a -6. So we're taking a +5 times a -6, and we get a -30. Now, if you would please turn this, do the other side, do the even problems, and send them to me and let me check them before you go back and before you go to the back side and start working. Thank you very much. Our assignment today is to work this and send it to me, and then I will give you what else to do. Thank you.